Hello and welcome. I'm Brett Dupree, and today I'm talking about my awesome health journey. I am talking about mental health today, especially my proclivity of how I deal with situations and the reality of them. I think one thing to do in life is to always look about how you deal with conflict, how you deal with when things go bad for you. I mean, generally, you fight or flee is the idea, and try to see which one you naturally go to, and then what process you go on, and does that actually serve you when you are quote unquote triggered in dealing things, especially towards the wide thing. As someone who myself is more of a freezer slash fleer, but mostly freeze, I can tell you it doesn't help. I know a lot of times it feels like when something bad happens, it's like I escape to the back of my head, and then I just can't deal with things, and I'm overwhelmed, and I just have to like do something to distract myself, and or kind of have this belief that everything is going to be fine, or everything's fine, or I'm kind of making it up, or just like, and some things are just so simple and obvious that I've done this for, especially when my life got really bad. I'm not going to go into the specifics. Some of them are quite embarrassing. Like when I was almost homeless and dealing with 2016, which is very bad. I think that's one reason why the law of attraction was so appealing to me, because the law of attraction pretty much made it so I didn't have to deal with anything. I could just try to feel good about it and let go into the universe. That played into my proclivity to not want to deal with life. I mentioned this. I honestly mentioned this almost on accident, because one thing like the law of attraction I used to justify it was to not go to the dentist. That's one thing that Jerry of husband of Esther Hicks used to talk about. He mentioned this time he went to a dentist and he had 9 cavities, and then like talked to Abraham, blah blah blah, vibration, blah blah blah, into the vortex, blah blah blah. Then went to a second dentist, and turns out he had no cavities. Instead of coming to the conclusion that some dentists are pieces of shit who are trying to scam you, he come to the conclusion that he never needs to see a dentist. He just has to be in the vibration of having, healthy teeth. And I'd rather do that than go to the dentist, because since 2021, since my wisdom teeth cracked and I had to get them removed, I've been going to the dentist. And I can tell you this, going to the dentist sucks. I'm not a fan. I mean, I try to be positive when I'm there, and, have a smile for all the people who work in there, and, be a positive guy, because, that's what I want to be. I want to be a positive person in this world. But at the same time, I don't like it. Yesterday I got a deep clean on my right side. It was not a fun experience. Having like half my nostril be numb. But honestly, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it's not something I do for fun, but I was able to get through it. Hopefully, it'll help, and if I do well and deal with my issues and brush and floss more regularly, especially floss, and use my water pick more regularly. Sometimes it's hard on cold days because the water gets so cold, but my gums will heal and they'll be better. And your gum health has a lot. Your teeth health is just, if you have bad issues with your teeth, that affects your entire body. Your entire body is just, I mean, I'm not anti-Western medicine. I think Western medicine is amazing. I am anti-Big Pharma, of course. Just fuck those guys. I guess I just didn't want to do that, but sheesh. I hate them so much. But at the same time, Western medicine I think is amazing as well, what we did. But one thing I do think is an issue is the fact that they're so segmented in looking at the body rather than looking at the body holistically, because everything is connected. Like my teeth are connected to my heart, and the heart's connected to the lung. Everything's just connected. Nervous system. So like, instead of just focusing on heart health, we should be focused on entire body health. And I think it's too many times we can be selected on one thing. But that's just a personal opinion. But if you go to a good doctor, I think that's what they do. They don't get too hyper focused on. Anyways, I don't need to go on that rant. But basically, my point is just one thing I'm working on, and a lot of that is just being in my body, breath work, and just really dealing with things, especially working on not procrastinating, working on when I want to do something to do it then when I'm thinking about it, rather than thinking I just don't want to deal with that. The budgeting daily thing. I know a lot of people are like, ooh, look at my budget. I'm doing great. And I can tell you in 6 months, I've yet to have a positive spending flow. I need to work on that because I need to work on dealing with my issues and dealing with my emotions. I'm getting better at it. Probably grown the most those last 6 months in that regard than I have ever. Even a lot of my personal growth and personal development work was me finding ways to not deal with my simple problems. As you can see with the muscle milk thing in the background, I need to throw that away. But nope, I keep on seeing it. It's keep on there. It's on like every video. So that's a good example of me not dealing with shit. I just put shit on the windowsill. I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later. Just gotta stop dealing with things later and start dealing with things now, and really work on the emotional aspect of doing that. So yeah, so that's what I'm just talking about. More so of dealing with reality, and feels uncomfortable, a little sore, but not as bad as I thought I would. Looking forward to the 12th where I get to do this side now. Hooray! Let's all go to the dentist. Let's all go to the dentist. Let's all go to the dentist to get some healthy teeth and gums. Yeah. Have a great day. Love you like a play, cousin. I'm Audi 5000. Ching chong chomp. Take that under the black nerd.